Hello everybody, Mr. Brian, your friendly neighborhood GED teacher. I want to go over some stuff on lesson 7, or lesson 8, authors, evidence, and purpose. And just bear with us, we're just beginning to learn how to use this equipment. So this is a very primitive video, but hopefully it will do the trick. Page 62 of the Green Book, authors, evidence, and purpose. I'm going to read through it, talk about some words that maybe you might not know, and just try to help you with the meaning of things. On the GED Reasoning Through Language Arts test, you may be asked to explain how an author uses evidence to support the author's purpose. Purpose means why you do something. Why are you getting a GED? We talked about that a lot. That's your purpose. So an author, A-U-T-H-O-R, is somebody who writes something. And when people write something, they write for a reason. They want people to enjoy their writing. They want people to learn something. They want to persuade, which is to convince you of something. Okay. So one skill is to figure out when we read something, what is the author's purpose? Why is the author writing this? Evidence is stuff to prove whatever we want to prove. Authors, people who write stuff, usually write to inform, to give people information, persuade, to convince us of something, or entertain the reader. The author chooses supporting facts, words, dialogue, and descriptive detail. Facts are things that are true. Words are words. Dialogue is when people are speaking with each other, like in a play. That's called dialogue. And descriptive details. Descriptive comes from the word describe, to describe something, which are all evidence that support the purpose. So, right, so why am I getting my GED? What's my purpose? We've spoken a lot about that. I want to show my kids that I can do it. That's my purpose. And then I might give you, you might talk more about that. Well, I didn't get a chance to finish my schooling when I was a child or a teenager, and then I got married, and then this happened. There's a whole story. Those are the details to support your purpose. Okay. Maybe not the best example, but anyway, they're going to give us one. Read this passage to find the author's purpose and identify evidence to support the purpose. So this is in that blue, kind of blue shaded area. Every year, thousands of cats and dogs are taken to animal shelters because the number of these neglected animals far exceeds the number of available homes. Animal shelters are homes. So every year, thousands of cats and dogs are taken to places where they can live. They're probably on the street because the number of these neglected. To neglect means to, when you're neglected, somebody's not giving you attention or they're not taken care of. Neglected animals far exceeds, there's a lot more of them, far exceeds the number of available homes. There they sit alone and frightened. They means the animals. It doesn't have to be this way. Spray or neuter pets. Spay or neuter. That means to do an operation so that the animals can't have children. To prevent another generation of homeless animals. Consider adopting pets from a shelter, a place that takes homeless animals in, instead of buying from a breeder. A breeder is someone who has animals and mates them so they give birth so they can sell them. They could sell the animals. They breed animals. Consider adopting pets from a shelter instead of buying from a breeder or a pet store. If we work together, we can spare our animal friends much suffering. Okay? So the author, the person that wrote this, the first question there beneath it, what is the author's main purpose for writing the passage? The answer, the author wants to persuade, they want to convince you or me or whoever's reading it to care about homeless animals and to take action, right? How do we know that? What words and phrases provide evidence to support the author's purpose? How do we know it's a persuasive piece of writing? Because in the reading, there's words like neglected, alone, frightened, homeless, okay? If, first of all, those words make us feel bad. It plays on our emotions. It's not good or bad. It's just the way it, and so because the person writing that passage wants to make people feel bad and want to do something about these animals. So the words themselves are create an emotional response in us. And then they have this phrase, if we work together, meaning me or the author and us, you. Okay, so they're trying to get you to do something. Okay? The next thing they give us on that page is the same skill, but a little chart. Sometimes writing in a chart may help us when we're reading. So it says here, organize your thinking with a chart. Think about what the author wants you to feel or do, and write the author's purpose in the top box. Use the other boxes to write supporting facts, opinions, keywords, and phrases. Author's purpose, to persuade readers to care about homeless animals and to take action. In fact, I think we did go over this on our group lesson, but on Meet. But anyway, I'm kind of experimenting here. This is my first YouTube lesson, so it's fine. We'll do more, hopefully, in different ways. Okay. Supporting facts and opinions. Author's purpose, to persuade readers to care about homeless animals and take action. Supporting facts and opinions. There are more animals than there are homes for them. People can help by spaying. Again, spaying and neutering is when you, depending if it's a male or a female, when they have like an operation, a procedure to make it so they can't have children. And by adopting animals from shelters. Keywords and phrases, it's the same information we just looked at, it's just in a little chart. Keywords and phrases, the animals are described as neglected, alone, frightened, and homeless, okay? When we're reading something or looking at really anything, watching a TV show or whatever, there's always somebody's always giving us information with a purpose. They want to achieve something. And so to find the author's purpose and evidence, we ask ourselves questions. What does the author want me to do, think, and feel? What does the author feel or think about the subject? So I'm going to ask you a question. Unfortunately, you're not there and you can't, so maybe, I don't know how. Like, I'm doing this little video, right? So based on, the context, as I said, what is my purpose, right? Like, I'm the author of this video I created. What's my purpose? And you would ask yourself, what is this guy, Mr. Brian, what does he want to achieve? And I think the answer is clear, hopefully. I want to help my students get a GED. That's my purpose, okay? So I'm trying to teach stuff, What does the author feel or think about the subject? Because sometimes you could think about that. Okay? All right, so let's look at the next reading here, page 63. Just gonna, if there's any words, I don't necessarily want to answer the question for you, but if there's any words that maybe you need some help with, I can point them out. Skill practice. Read the passage and add to the chart. Then answer the questions. Our company suffered substantial losses last quarter. Our company suffered means it was something that's not good. Substantial means a lot. Losses. They lost a lot of money. Our company lost a lot of money. Last quarter of the year, in terms of businesses divided by 4 into quarters, so sometimes. And each quarter, they look at how much money did we make. So this first line of this passage, our company suffered substantial losses this quarter. Company lost a lot of money this quarter, this first fourth of the year. To avoid layoffs, when you have to let people go, we must instigate cost-cutting measures immediately. Instigate means start, begin doing. Cost-cutting means we got to do things to save money. Immediately is immediately. And we are asking for your cooperation during this difficult time. Cooperation is, we need your help. We don't know yet who this is being written for to read, but we have to figure it out. Too many absent employees hurt our productivity. Absent is, when you're not there. Employees are people who work for a company or at a job. I'm an employee of Dearborn Public Schools. Hurt our productivity. Productivity. Productivity means how much we can do and make, and how much money that costs. Most companies. Okay, that was my daughter downstairs. I mean, we're all doing our best here. So, our productivity, companies, when they make things and whatever they do, they want to try to get the most work out of people for the less money. I mean, maybe it sounds harsh, but that's whatever. Too many absent employees hurt our productivity. Too many people are absent. So we are asking that all employees give at least 1 month's notice before using vacation leave. So when you have